All right. This person's phone number is 531-333-5798. They just want to harass me. So we will call their number.
Hi, you've reached 1-531-333-5798. Please leave your message after the tone.
Hello, asshat. My name is Sean David Schwartz. You decided to harass me. As a result, I figured I'd call you back. That way you can ask your questions and I can answer them. You can give your name instead of being a coward. That's your opportunity. That is your chance. You want to hide behind the internet? Do you? I'm trying to get an honest day in court. It says at work can only text. Lovely. Perhaps before you decide to harass someone about a situation you weren't there for and know nothing about, perhaps you should step away from the situation. Perhaps instead of being condescending and an asshole, you should talk to them like a human being. The police and Bollingers and media did everything in their power to prevent me from being heard, to prevent me from being able to speak out and defend myself. I have YouTube, I have Facebook. My first YouTube was destroyed. These people have done everything in their power to destroy my Facebook and prevent their shit from coming forward. And it takes a lot of time because a lot of stuff happened. But I keep posting it up, and I'm going to continue doing so. Stuff you guys want to pretend didn't happen, I keep posting it up and proving that it happened. And you pretend it doesn't exist. You pretend it's not on my YouTube. You pretend it's not on my Facebook. There are actual child molesters out there. There are actual rapists and murderers out there. There are people like Tim Beeson and Ted Bollinger and Alicia Bollinger. These monsters actually exist. A lot of people say ignorant stuff. It is ignorant because it's all on Facebook and it's all on YouTube. My Facebook, a lot of that is private now. I have to go through each individual post to make it not private. It takes a lot of time. Now, every one of these people had the opportunity to come forward in court, to keep their word, to write a statement. Every one of these people. And nearly every one of these people decided that, well, protecting child molesters, protecting rapists, protecting murderers was the way to go. But I love him. Yeah, and he beat you. And I rescued you, and you went back. You went back. My phone is currently charging. It's a slow charge because I've got it plugged into my computer. When it's done charging, I am going to turn on the camera and hold it up to Amy and Andrew Witcher's messages between them and I. I've gotten through most of our messages from my old phone, one of the ones that was stolen. Next, I'm going to hold it up to the messages between them and I on Facebook Messenger. Police across the line, or across the board, did everything in their power to prevent me from showing the truth, from speaking the truth. They assumed my guilt and tortured me for it, broke the law repeatedly over it. If Rayanna had been honest, that conversation that Rayanna Ingersoll and I had, if that would have happened in court, those officers would have been in some deep shit. Amy Kalina Kingery would have been in some deep shit. Because my money was taken away and because my name was slandered, police across the board have done wrong. And there wasn't a thing I could do about it. Not without help to get my own place and my money back. A lot of people stole from me intentionally. And a lot of people stole from me just because they're selfish. Tabby, she didn't intend to steal my tools. The police did intend to separate me from evidence repeatedly, including the theft of my vehicles. And it is theft. They intentionally did all in their power to prevent me from having those vehicles, knowing that there was evidence in them. When I said what would happen if nobody went in with me, those things happened. I knew what to be afraid of. I know how most of you think, how most of you believe yourselves to be superior to homeless people, or superior to black people, or superior to whoever else. You think that you're better than them for whatever reason. No, you're worse. You're a piece of shit for thinking that way. A lot of the people who threw me away over slander. Matter of fact, most of them threw me away over slander against me. Many of them didn't want to hear what I had to say, told me that they would, but just never took the time to do so. But they took the time to listen to my predators. And I was never allowed to defend myself. I was cut off from defending myself when it made a difference. Help me or fucking kill me. If you don't believe that I should have the right to speak, if you think it is okay for thousands of people to get involved in trying to destroy my life because they don't want to hear what I have to say, you're a piece of shit. The Constitution doesn't exist. It doesn't. It's imaginary, like your God. Your God doesn't care. Your God isn't doing anything about rapists or murderers. Your God isn't passing out blankets so people don't freeze to death. Your God does nothing. And when you get the luck of the draw, you blame it on your imaginary friend. Oh, God saved me from that car wreck. No, he didn't. The EMTs rescued you from that car wreck. The doctors rescued you from that car wreck. And who do you thank? You thank God. when I was passing out blankets on Pearl Street. That was about the most offensive thing somebody could say to me. Thank God. God wasn't out there in the cold freezing his royal Rastafarian nays off to make sure that you didn't die. I did. God didn't walk around in the morning and wake you up so the police wouldn't give you a ticket for using that blanket. I did. God didn't walk you to the warming center so that you wouldn't freeze to death. I did. God didn't walk you to where the food was so that you would have a full belly. I did. Most of the people who threatened my life claimed to be Christians. Lots of people accused me of being a Satanist. Oh, everybody who isn't a judgmental asshole like you must be a Satanist? Cute. Very cute. Christians prove to me that there's no such thing as God. Most of the terrible things that I've seen in my life came from Christians. Just because you're too cowardly to speak up doesn't mean that I am.